Further on in the buzz.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect and I so good. Like a flag, hear me now? So bounty, dig it way.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
And now, our feature presentation.
Yes, sir. We want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. How are you, pal?
Well, we're very well. And of course, we also want to
Hey,
welcome
Mac.
Courtney Mack
What's up, Kish?
in the building.
Cool, man. Of course, blessings every time, is it?
Well,
No, absolutely.
busy night tonight. Big news to announce. Lots of things happening. I think we have the mechanics of a well-oiled machine this evening with lots of things to disseminate to our folks in Radioland. But before we do that, we want to say, make sure you follow us on our social media pages. Instagram, IRIE FM _JA. Twitter, IRIE FM. And of course, join us on Facebook at IRIE FM. I was just wondering, IRIE FM looked like it disappeared probably a while ago. But we are doing big things. We have lots of things to talk about. But of course, one of the biggest things we're going to talk about is the IRIE FM Music Awards. Big launch happened this morning.
Yeah.
Yes. Mac and I, made the announcement this morning, and we know that members of the entertainment fraternity, they are excited
Yes.
about the nominees. And tonight we will rehash and dissect and delve a little deeper.
Absolutely, for sure. I mean, ever since we announced it this morning, I mean, several messages continue to pour in. A lot of persons were busy even sending in who they think or their opinion they thought would have won. It was just an overall wonderful vibe since this morning. And, we were looking forward to dissect it, like you said, Kishima, even more.
Yeah, and we also going to be talking. We're going to be getting the 411 or the full 100 on the launch or the what we call the Island Music Conference. It's so much paper here, I tell you. So it's the papers are just like a smorgasbord of paper. So we're going to be talking or for the folks from the Island Music Conference, and that's going to be we're going to be talking to them a little later on this evening too. So, and we're going to go through the awardees and the nominees and all of that. So we have all that good stuff and more that's going to be coming up inside of the EBUZZ.
Definitely so, for sure.
Yeah.
And, for persons who are listening to the radio, I am sure by now they will be hearing the promo saying that our listeners, they play a very crucial part in the IRIE FM Music Awards, because guess what? They have the opportunity to vote for the entertainer who stood out in their mind for the period January 1, 2022 to December 31, 2022. So all of that ends on Saturday, February 18. So people still have an opportunity to, vote for their fave.
Absolutely. And of course, like we said, several persons are doing that. And, we encourage everybody to just do that before Saturday and, make sure everything is in from early so that you can't say you miss your opportunity. Is it?
We're going to be also having a quick chat with our sales manager, Nicholas Evans. He's going to be giving us the mechanics of how the award, the nominating and the voting process is being done. And, for transparency. So he's going to give us a breakdown of who votes and how they vote and so on.
Again, how, of course, the whole processing in terms of, final coming up with a winner and all these different elements of it. So we're looking forward to that. And, of course, we're going to dissect it. Different categories, like we mentioned earlier on, just to, we see several persons, including Valiant and Popcorn, leading, of course. The Reggae Month, the IRIE FM Music Awards, and of course it's happening in March 1, like we said. Wonderful vibes, of course, 8 and 5 nominations respectively between Valiant and Popcorn. It's kind of interesting with those both names too, so.
Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? And Valiant have more nominations than Popcorn. Whoa-yo. Whoa-yo.
That is it.
That is it, yes.
And to give our listeners an idea, you know, when we talk about the IRIE FM Music Awards, just know that it is a radio program awarding the best and most popular elements of our music and culture during the past year, which we highlighted earlier.
Celebrating almost 33 years of playing only indigenous Jamaican music, IRIE FM, the island's leading radio station, became a media powerhouse by embracing the art form of those artists who were never given a chance to be heard on radio. Today, IRIE FM Roots Rocking Reggae Radio will continue its mission to honor our own.
And of course, on Wednesday, March 1, tune into IRIE FM for the live broadcast of the return of the IRIE FM Music Awards, live only on your Roots Rocking Reggae Radio and across our social media platforms. So we're looking for big things. We're looking forward to that. Can you imagine, though? I'm looking forward to seeing the look on their faces with who will win.
Yes.
And will they be even here, or will they be know beforehand that they won?
Well, how it is, and I think I'm not sure if Nick is already in studio, but he will expound on it. Nobody knows really who the winners are until the announcement is made on the night, and that envelope is popped open on stage, and the announcer says the winner is. That is when we will know. So the
Officially
nominees, of
time.
course, will get an invite to attend the official event, which is done for radio. And of course, it's an invitation-only celebration. So when the nominees pop up, they will be as surprised as us when you hear who the winners are on the night.
Not to joke, we're going to break a little bit, and we're going to be talking to Tuma Basa. And, we're talking about the Island Music Conference 2023 that's ongoing. And Tuma Basa, Director of Black Music and Culture at YouTube, he joins us on the phone right now. We want to say good evening to you, Tuma Basa.
Good evening, sir.
Welcome to IRIE.
Thank you for having me. How are you?
Well,
we are
wonderful.
good. Just to jump in it, after day one at the Island Music Conference, what is your description of what transpired and how are you feeling?
Day one was historic. The conversations that were sparked, we're hoping that will continue to dinner tables, that will continue to barber shops, that will continue on. It was very high energy. Let's put it that way. Nobody was agreeing on things, which is beautiful tension. It was that type of energy where everybody had passionate viewpoint on how the future of Jamaican music should be, where Jamaican music stands, the value of Jamaica's legacy in music. Was beautiful.
Got the opportunity to hear several entertainers, including Shaggy and Leela IK, as well as Valiant and TJ, to hear their views and, of course, express their concerns. Were there any other entertainers that were on for today?
Valiant. Let's see. No, those are the entertainers. Other people were more music industry executives. Julie Mango, who's a content creator.
Yes.
But those are the artists that were there today. Those are pretty much the artists that were there today. Valiant, TJ, Leela, EK, and Shaggy. So you covered that.
Okay.
And then everyone else was more of people like from YouTube, like Adam McFarlane, Brittany Lewis, people from different parts of the music industry, and everything. So that was you covered pretty much the entertainers part, the artist part.
I wanted to give us a breakdown of what else can we expect. We've been giving this conference coverage from its initial stage in terms of it coming on and what it's about. You being there from YouTube, what can we expect for the duration in terms of dissemination of information and other artists that will be there?
First of all, it's information density. That
Yes.
You're getting rigorous, detailed information, and there's open to Q&A. You're getting people. I just saw Tom Pullman, who's like one of the top guys at iHeartRadio, talking about what's going on there. Tomorrow we have DSP strategy. We have people from Pandora, myself, with the Mastering Media. There's Brittany is going to be in a whole content strategy. I was talking to Dr. Jackson today. She's doing something about mental health. She was basically linking criminal activity with, she was saying criminal activity is directly correlated to somebody's nutrition. So she has these food programs. So she was basically bringing up that they're going to talk about copyright and publishing. Monique Blake, who manages Swiss Beats, she's going to be talking about where's the disconnect. And Nolan Baines, who I worked with at MTV in the early 2000s, he was one of the people. Do you remember the TV channel Tempo?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes. So Nolan was a part of that launching team, and we worked together at MTV when that happened and everything. He's going to talk about content evolution along with Julie Mango. I just saw my guy Bizzle. Bizzle, we call him. I'm originally from Africa, so we call Bizzle the plug. He's the plug.
Okay.
He's a Nigerian guy. I always see Bizzle in other countries, in London, in Canada or US or et cetera. But Bizzle is going to talk about social media, music marketing with Brittany Lewis, who is from our team, YouTube. I believe Judith and Bob Bodley and Kamani Mali are going to do a one-on-one interview as well. And then there's just so much is going on tomorrow. Tomorrow's a packed day. It's I got so excited I even started telling you about things from Thursday. I think I ruined it and everything.
But
IRIE FM exclusive.
Tuma, you know what I want to ask you though? You are the director of Black music and culture at YouTube. Give us some insights as it relates to exactly what your portfolio is and what does that mean?
So basically, my job is to work with so many different departments at YouTube to make sure that the Black music is not just being handled with care, but that all the stakeholders in Black music are benefiting from YouTube. So, whether it be working with the ad sales people and minimizing the risk of advertising on hip hop, or working with artist relations and label partnerships and making inroads there, whether it's be working with music programming and keeping just the discourse, because that's actually my background. I come from music programming.
Right.
Whether it's working with other departments, marketing, and getting the word out on YouTube Shorts. Whether it's working with public relations. Public relations had to approve this interview. They were like, okay, we need some information. It says IRIE FM. Okay, done deal, approved. So it's working with different and there's many more. I can name many more departments. Is not just supporting, providing resources, linking, using my expert power in terms of how to navigate or how to make it mutually beneficial. You see what I'm saying? Is that our relationship with Black music is not an extractive relationship. That it's a two-way relationship. It's everyone wins and everyone builds. I don't know if that's is that too vague or you want more details.
I think if you give any more.
So in the Jamaican context, Tuma, what does it mean for Jamaican entertainers who rely and use the YouTube space? Are there any tips as it relates to, getting certain perks or getting their music across a wider cross section, to a larger audience?
Oh man, I'm so glad you asked that, because that's one of the things that we talked about today, is that the world has changed. The world is so much smaller, and that we opened it by saying Jamaica is an island geographically, but spiritually Jamaica is not. Spiritually, it's global. It's interconnected, and it has its tentacles in so many different cultures that have come out of, let's say, reggae music, whether it be hip hop or reggaeton or Afro beats or British punk, which comes from ska. You know, is you can't even measure or quantify it, right? So what I was saying is that how does Jamaica look in this new world, right? Where there's no barriers to entry, where everyone has a shot, and where how to explain? You have to be there. You have to be there. For me to try to explain what happened in a whole 90-minute panel, et cetera, you have to be there. Even tomorrow, the discussion continues. Friday, the discussion continues, and it's a whole bunch of people, including Shaggy. Shout out to Sharon Burke for putting connecting the dots. Is who are passionate and who have Jamaica's best interest at heart and everything, you know?
Well, it sounds like a lot of information has been put out and a lot of things have been covered. I don't know if you can answer this question for us in terms of, for the people who haven't gotten to the conference yet, how can they get there, and just remind them if there's a fee or there's a cost, or how do they register and so on, so that they don't lose out on the information that's being put out?
I think you just go to islandmusicconference.com.
Okay.
And then I believe that they'll have the Jamaican dollar version and the US dollar version on the side.
Right.
So,
so everything is online.
Yeah, it's online. Yeah, online. Islandmusicconference.com. Islandmusicconference.com.
Okay.
Everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how. You know, that's how to register and everything. Yeah, and today's was free, by the way. Today, YouTube did Future Insiders, which is part of our Black Voices Fund. So today's was actually free and everything.
Okay.
Tomorrow, Friday, from there is you have to be registered and everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yeah. No. Yeah. By the way, I love the name IRIE FM, by the way. I have to say that.
Wait, so it's pretty IRIE, right?
Yeah. But also the word IRIE is positive energy, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's very distinct in terms of Jamaica. So from even a branding perspective, I love the self-explanatory, positive energy
Right.
of the name, you know? And then even FM's radio, you know? And everything.
Thank you so much.
Tuma Bassa, Director of Black Music and Culture at YouTube. Thank you so much for making time to talk to us.
No, love, man. Thank you for having me.
Respect. Thank you.
Awesome. Bless up.
Everything
Continue doing what you do, Tuma.
Yes, sir.
All right, and we love this
You
initiative.
too also.
Yes, sir. Respect.
All right, thank you.
Bless up. Bless up.
All right, that was Tuma Bassa. You know, it's really, I don't know about you guys, but I feel excited about this conference. I feel excited about, industry players having this opportunity where they can network, and, you have people from
these different platforms.
Radio, YouTube, Amazon, you
Pandora.
have all these spaces, all these outlets, Pandora, like you said, Mac, all in one space and one place. So for somebody to be a part of the industry, have an aspiration to be great and do great things, and just sit at home and let this opportunity pass you by, that is foolish thinking. So you want to go out there, grab the bull by the horns, garner as much information as possible so you can just enhance what you do and become better.
And one of the things I think is also important to add is that the different platforms that are there are always so many different mechanics of how they operate. Some people will know how radio operates versus a Pandora versus a YouTube versus any other one. And once you're in that space, you'll have an opportunity to learn the actual business of music, because a lot of things seem to happen and some people don't seem to understand how it happens because they're not fed the information. This is a right way and a proper way to go and learn and garner your skills so that you can operate as a better business person within the music space. So,
and a crucial platform that is a part of that too, Bones and Mac,
radio.
social media.
And
Absolutely.
social media, of course.
So for persons who are thinking that, hey, you know what, I don't know where to go and what to do to move forward, to step into my dreams, to do different things on this art form in terms of whatever it is, I mean, just check it out. Of course, it's all about the Island Music Conference. And of course, it happens starting today, moving right along until I think Saturday. Or is it Sunday? Yes, Sunday we complete it.
So, big up, make sure you go and check out those awards. And that conference. So we're actually going into the awards now, which we spoke about earlier, the IRIE FM Awards. And Nicholas, the great Evans, is here with us to kind of give us how it's going to be operating. Again, I mean, we did it last time, but I know you'll tell us in terms of the mechanics, how the voting, what's the voting process.
Hi, Nick. Welcome to
Nick
the board.
Good evening, Nicholas.
Thank you very much, and good evening to you and all your listeners.
Yes.
And viewers as well.
Of course, and you too.
Indeed. So Nick, Bones earlier asked a very crucial question, and I think that's an interesting place to start off the conversation. He was saying, will we know who the winners are? Talk to us about the voting process and how it works, and as it relates to the winners, will it be revealed before the actual March 1 date for the awards?
Well, I was about to ask, who are we? I mean, when you say will we know, who is referring to? Because, yes, somebody will know, but certainly not, well, about 2 or 3 persons will know. I mean, one of those persons will be myself, since I will have to print the name on the awards. The auditor who will tally all the votes from the judges will know as well and hand it to me. And then, I mean, we go to print the awards, but nobody, not the announcers, not you yourself, Kashima, not the judges who will vote, they won't even know, because I mean each judge will have a sheet making their mark, and it is the auditor who will, you know, somewhat tally
the final tally.
And say, okay, based on what the judges decide, it appears this person has the most votes. So this person is the winner, you know. So the judges themselves won't even know when they would have left the room come judging day, which should be sometime next week.
And who are some of the people who will be voting in terms of...
No, not even that we won't reveal.
Not even that.
After.
No. So like players of the industry, mean things like that.
Okay. So
that's what I mean, yeah.
Yeah, players of the industry. I mean, we're talking about producers, radio personalities, I mean... persons who collect royalties.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Persons announcers, persons really in the industry who know what's happening.
Right.
Yeah. So those are the persons, but we won't reveal them
the identity.
The identity until after. We can't even reveal them before we reveal the winners. But one thing for certain, we don't want anybody calling, anybody bombarding them, trying to influence them.
That's true.
As to
Factual,
who and where to vote.
Absolutely.
We want to keep this the most credible and cleanest award possible. So that way you don't know who is voting, and so you can't give them a little notch. You say, boy, my boy, so and so, you know what I mean? You know, no. And we want to keep it clean.
And how are the nominees, if you can tell us, how are the nominees derived? How do they come up with those?
Of course,
those names?
Of course, we would have issued forms to persons in the industry, including radio announcers, all the radio announcers here at IRIE FM, radio announcers at other media houses, to include Zip and some others, radio announcers who would have done, who are doing entertainment programs on TV, and so I mean a wide cross section, but that's radio announcers, but persons, journalists who
media fraternity,
social
and free
and you're talking about persons in selectors in the dance hall and all of that, because I mean they would know what the people are saying, and
they play a part, very important.
Yeah, of course. So I mean,
including distributors as well.
Exactly. So it's a wide cross section of people in the industry. I mean, about 30 to 50 about 50 persons in the industry, wide cross-section, who would have made their nominations. And from their nominations, we would have selected the top 5 or so in each category.
Oh, so it's a tally. And then
so you look around and say, okay, 50 people, all of them say Courtney Mac a DJ of the year. So we take off Courtney Mac now. I mean, out of the 50 of them, 30 of them say Bones a DJ of the year. I could put on Bones now.
Right. And so on, as you go down the line. Okay. Yes. Well, so guess what?
We're going to take a quick
quick break.
Yeah, I see the break.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah. So and I see
then
the
we'll
break coming too.
I will
So,
forward back.
all right. So come in break.
The time on IRIE FM is
It is 9:01. It's the EBUZZ.
And we are live.
All right.
Okay.
So, Nick, this is what I want to ask you. You know, it's been a year already. How are you feeling as we look forward to giving out awards for the 2022 period for the IRIE FM Music Awards? It was only last year that we did this, and here we are again.
Well, time flies, but the truth is, Kishima, looking at what happened last year, I am encouraged, and I know most of us here at IRIE are, because guess what? This probably, okay, so last year we had person say, boy, you didn't select of the year or something like that. But I never heard one person saying, I shouldn't wear Beanie Man, I should have did Bounty, or I shouldn't wear Youngster, I should have did, not one.
Yeah.
The thing was credible, and that is how we intend to keep it. And I tell you, when Father Bigay started this some years ago, I can remember Bounty Killer collecting an award for Busy Signal, and he was saying, look, this is one of the truest award him ever know. And that is how I want. I want the industry players, I want the artists, I want everybody at the end of it to say, yeah, that one is true. Nick not get a money push in his pocket and say a Bones, I DJ, here Bones can him DJ. I want it to be the truest award, and to be credible. And the intention, I mean, as you can see, we had the categories like Afrobeat and all of that.
And so on. I wanted to mention that, I mean, in compared to last year when the awards returned, there are some added categories for this year. And of course, you mentioned one just now.
Instrumentalist is another one.
Some of them are almost automatic, but when you add Afrobeat and all that, and people might question, listen to me. Yeah. It is time we own everything was a reggae and reggae make.
I agree.
It is time we own it. It don't make no sense with it. It don't make no sense with it. I say, boy, at the Hispanic they make reggaeton and the Africans make Afro. We need to recognize one thing. The revolutionaries who sat and create reggae as a protest music, and then it evolved into love and everything else. I mean, they created something that the world are thief piece of, and we shouldn't allow anybody to thief piece off it and just slip by. You see, anytime they create something off, we could take it and own it too.
That is it.
And that is the intention. Own everything that reggae makes, or everything that comes off reggae.
And that's an interesting point, Nick, because if we do not tell our story and cement our history, somebody will tell it for us. So
I was proud to learn that rap music came out of Jamaican music from a Jamaican.
Yes.
And I mean, I mean, how many people know that? And I mean, there are people in Jamaica, even in the reggae fraternity, would say, oh, rap music, that man. But I mean, we need to own everything for us. We need to own everything that is Jamaican. Everything. It doesn't matter where it starts, whether down in Brazil and them are singing a Portuguese, or down in Mexico and them are singing a Spanish. Once it's reggae, once it beats a reggae, or anything that pop off a reggae, we need to own it. Yeah. I mean, we own with cousin, we own with uncle, we own with sister, we own with brother, we own everything that come off our family tree, with bloodline. Reggae needs to do the same for every genre of music what pop off a reggae. Own it and control it.
And that is why it is important for members within the entertainment industry to see and acknowledge local awards, and what better and fitting way than to have a roots rocking reggae radio like IRIE FM giving a stamp of approval to industry members who are deserving of it based on their success record and what they have done. So they need to support and push this forward. Like, this is your equivalent to the Grammys.
Listen to me, man. IRIE FM is the world's reggae music, but is undoubtedly one of the biggest music in the entire world. IRIE FM is the first radio station in the entire world to say, we are going to be the radio station of reggae. And I think it is fitting for IRIE FM to be that entity that says, we are going to recognize players in the reggae music industry wherever you are in the world. And it's a start. It's a start, But it is my view that even if I don't live to see it, the day should come when the IRIE FM Awards is as big as the Grammy for reggae, as the Grammy is for music in general in the US. We are reggae, and we are to recognize reggae wherever it's played, and we are to recognize it and promote it in such a way that when we say Burna Boy is the Afrobeat man for the year, Africa hug it and say him win the IRIE Award.
Right.
And when we say Yaxter is the artist of the year, he walks around the entire world as the reggae artist of the year for 2000 and whatever.
I agree. 100%.
And that is the aim.
All right. It's a good time now for us to dissect the categories and, of course, the nominees as we go along.
Well, I don't know if there's anything else. Nicholas, could you give us a little bit of, in terms of the actual show itself and in terms of where is it is streaming, all of that stuff?
All right. So it's first we must establish, and it will remain a radio award until we have it locked that way. So it is a radio award. Last year it was held in this room. But of course, I mean, we saw little things that we well, last year we had COVID restrictions as well.
Yes,
but very
we
heavy.
Don't have that.
Yeah.
So this year, the Great House is going to be transformed into Studio B. By invitation, we intend to invite a lot of people to come and hang with us and have a good time with us. I mean, sip some of the iron liquor, the mama keep put on over there not drinking. So we intend for, I mean, a lot of invited guests to come and hang with us. And the Great House, that ready-made stage at the Great House, we will transform it into Studio B, and it will happen in front of a live studio audience, and the world will get to watch and hear as it unfolds. It will still be a radio award, so it won't be like some of the red carpeting where you see every artist walk up and you say, "Oh, you're wearing," and no, it won't be like that. But certainly we'll invite as many people as we can, and if an artist is here and they win, and naturally we would invite them up to collect, but it's not about artists stepping up to collect the award. It's about announcing the awards. Who are the winners? Who are here can collect, and who are not here, we'll ensure it gets to them because it is a radio awards. But guess what? You say, who come? I can tell you. Like last year, after when we shell down in here, so it's gonna be a shell down when it's during. After we're going to set up with those who wish to see it, be seated and watch you guys as you present the awards, and those who intend to stand up with a bistro table or drink some Remy or some whatever, some Hennessy or whatever, you drink and your all vibes. And those who wish to just network, I mean, just do some networking, you do that as well. But it will be a comprehensive thing while we announce the persons who did well in 2022 in reggae/dancehall music or anything connected to reggae with Toots and Bob Marley and them on the bill.
No, that sounds awesome.
All right.
And that date is when?
March 1.
March 1. So
Wednesday,
folks,
March
mark
1.
that date. March 1.
Mark all your calendars right now.
And I can bet, well, remember, I want persons to remember as well that we have the Listener's Choice Award where you are to vote for your favorite artists, I mean, who you think should get an award. So, I mean, go out and vote because guess what? The next man outvote you,
Right, that's all.
Right, that's all. Just go and vote.
And remind them how long they have until before them can.
Next week, the 18th. When is the 18th again? Next
Saturday.
week. Next week, Saturday.
Yep.
So it cuts off because we have to get the tally so that we can write the person's name on the plaque.
All right.
Yeah,
good.
so that's it. And look forward as well to the Living Legend Award. Can I steal something? I was so proud and I was at Intimate and I saw a red stripe giving Marcia Griffiths a Living Legend Award, knowing that IRIE FM stepped out and did that last year at the IRIE Awards. And we'll be doing it again this year and we'll continue to do it. Living Legend Award. And we have a lot of living legends in the music. We can only honor them one at a time. So bear with us as we pick them one at a time.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Nicholas, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nicholas.
Of course, giving us all the mechanics and the breakdown of the awards.
Definitely.
And we are going to dissect the categories. Thanks again, Nick. We're going to be breaking down the categories and nominees.
All right, so let's go to the new artists.
Yes.
Valiant, Kraft, Maladon, Pablo YG, Baker.
All right. Let's go to the singer Sing-J of the year, female. Jada Kingdom, Leela Ike, Chanel Muir, Shensia, Moyan, and Stark Ashley.
And in the category Reggae Ambassador of the Year, the nominees are Coffee, Sean Paul, Shaggy, Protege, Skilly Bang.
The nominees for Social Media Influence of the Year, Julie Mango, Wayne Marshall and Tammy Chin, Dino Crazy, Valdemore, TC.
And we are also looking for the Slang of the Year. Boy, may I tell you, this is one of my favorite categories. So here they go. Radam. We also have Normal a lie, Catchy Hat a lie. Well, those Catchy Hat. Let me take off the lie part. Saying a lie is a lie. And of course, That Is It. And Father.
And in the category Producer of the Year, the nominees are Dunwell Productions, Ramesh Entertainment, Chimney Records, Not Nice Records, and DJ Mac.
And of course, one of the categories I consider to be one of my favorite categories, Best Dressed Female, Shensia, Spice, The Angel, Moyan, Stark Ashley.
And the categories Album of the Year, Therapy, Rygan King, Alpha, Shensia, Gifted by Coffee, Emancipated by Spice, The Calling, Kabaka Pyramid. And before we go any further, congratulations to Kabaka on his Grammy win. I mean, we're officially doing it here. I know everybody told him already, but this is the time I'm on here. So big up yourself,
absolutely
Kabaka.
deserving.
And he's here all the time supporting us on the EBUZZ. So big up Kabaka every time.
Kabaka, big up.
Big up.
And the nominees for Best Dressed Male are Beanie Man, Governor, Idonia, Dexter Daps, and Massacre.
And for Female DJ of the Year, Spice, Shensia, Chanel Muir, Moyan, Pampute.
You know, I want different page we go a while ago. All right. so don't skip out that one. All right, so Dance of the Year, Float, Foot, Stir Fry, Bounce, and Rifle Walk.
And the nominees for Gospel Artist of the Year are Kevin Downswell, Jermaine Edwards, George Nooks, Rhoda Isabella, and DJ Nicholas.
The IRIE FM Humanitarian Award, Bounty Killer, The Angel, Usain Bolt, Spice, Alkaline.
Singer of the Year, Male, Taurus Riley, Dexter Daps, Christopher Martin, Gramps Morgan, and Romaine Virgo.
And the nominees for Sing J of the Year in the IRIE FM Music Awards are Dexter Daps, 450, TJ, Diani, and Valiant.
All right, so we did Album of the Year, so let's go to Song of the Year now. St. Mary, Valiant, Dark Room, Shano, North Carolina, Valiant, Bounce, Ding Dong, Don't Check, Valiant.
Collaboration of the Year, Elevate, Popcorn and Imaru Tafari, Next to Me, Popcorn and Tony and Singh, Taliban, Skeng and Stark Ashley, Little Miss, Skeng and Nicki Minaj, and Ride It, Chanel Muir, and Vibes Cartel.
And this is usually a big category. We're talking about Male DJ of the Year. The nominees are Massacre, Popcorn, Skeng, Valiant, and Chronic Law.
All right. So let's go for a quick break and then we continue right after with Selector of the Year.
Don't move.
The time on IRIE FM is...
It's 9:15 in the PM.
All right, so let's go to Selector of the Year. The nominees are Shuckle Boss, DJ Lollipop, Boom Boom and Harry Hype, Bishop Escobar, DJ Banker.
All right, so we have party / party series of the year. Sands, Easy Access Wake Up for Breakfast, I Love Soca, Footloose, Dream Weekend, and Chug It.
And the nominees for a stage show or concert of the year are Reggae Sumfest, Burna Boy Live, Love the Mini Tour, New Rules, Sting, and Get a Splash.
And the nominees for poetry or spoken word poet of the year, Muta Baruka, Yasa Safari, Wise Words, Cherry Natural, Rastakura.
And of course, this is a lovely category. Instrumentalist of the Year, Dean Fraser, Cat Core, Sly and Robbie, Kamoy Gordon, and Ernie Ranglin.
And our final category, Afrobeat Song of the Year. The nominees are Finesse, Feels featuring Benson, Calm Down, Rima, Last, Burna Boy, Tony and Sing, Popcorn featuring Burna Boy, Peru, Fireboy DML featuring Ed Sheeran, and Free Mind, Thames.
There you have it. And of course, the IRIE FM Living Legend Award will be announced on March 1.
Wow. And that's a nice little package right there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's very nice. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this will play out when it gets there. Nicholas Evans gave us the breakdown of how the voting will go with player industry players, and of course a tally will be made, and of course the winner will be announced. So,
and as you mentioned, Tally Bones, in just tallying after hearing the various categories, congratulations to Valiant, who is leading the pack with a total of 8 nominations.
Yes.
He's nominated in the category New Artist of the Year, Song of the Year for St. Mary, Song of the Year also for North Carolina, Song of the Year for Dunscheck. He's nominated for DJ of the Year and Slang of the Year for Kachiat, Fada, and Singji of the Year, Male. So congratulations to Valiant. I think we have a response from Valiant after being nominated in 8 categories, leading the pack in the IRIE FM Music Awards.
Well, I really feel excited about this, and I really want to continue to put out good music for my fans and Jamaica so they can really appreciate my music.
Well, you're doing well, Valiant.
Yeah. Absolutely, representing 8 nominations in the IRIE FM Music Awards. I mean,
it's a big deal.
This is great. I mean, and considering the fact that the entertainer basically, came on the scene. I mean, officially at the end of September, leading into October, and doing some remarkable works. For the latter part of the year, and continuing to do so, currently, So we say big up to Valiant on 8 nominations.
And when you say came on the scene, Mark, can you imagine breaking on the scene with a slang and then finding a slew of, with a slang, and finding a slew of songs that is getting you the airplay, that is getting you on stage shows and that kind of thing. So, kudos to him as well.
Yeah, man.
Again.
I mean, you're catchy out and it wasn't a lie.
It's very factual. As a matter of fact, I want to big up Valiant also because what I like with him is that he truly follows up.
Yeah.
He follows up. I mean, a lot of times artists will get a hit or they get a buzz and it's allowed to fade. And he has really followed up with some great tunes, and he behaves hungry.
Yes, I mean, we
really works.
We spoke to representatives
for
sure. We spoke to representatives from the Island Music Conference, and of course, they did mention about YouTube being a person there. And just to highlight that, I mean, Valiant was one such entertainer who, at the end of the year, possibly in October, November, he was trending with 5 songs. On the top 10 for the YouTube channel in Jamaica, and that's good in compared to artists that is pretty much after weeks of breaking on the scene,
Valiant, keep doing what you're doing. We know that, we realize that, and he's been really reaping some of the benefits, doing a lot of shows, traveling a lot, We only wish you all the best and keep shining because you know how this business is. You're up one day, you're down the next week or so. But you've been very consistent, so we want to pick you up. Congratulations.
Yeah. We have to
big
make
up
mention of
also
Popcorn
to
as well.
Popcorn, yes, he has 5 nominations.
Yes, he does.
He's nominated in the categories for Afrobeat Song of the Year for Tony and Sing, Burna Boy featuring Popcorn there. He also scored a nomination for Collaboration of the Year for Next to Me featuring Tony and Sing, and also a collaboration, Elevate, featuring Imaru Tafari. He's also nominated in the category Male DJ of the Year and also for Slang of the Year for That Is It.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we want to also big up to Spice for 4 nominations. Album of the Year, Emancipated. Female DJ of the Year. Humanitarian Award. And, of course, the Best Dressed Female. So congrats,
Yeah,
Spice.
big up the Spice on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have to big up Shensi as well with 4 nominations also.
I think we have a reaction from Spice, though,
All right,
Mac.
let's hear that. Let's hear that.
Spice, let's hear it.
Wagwan guys, you don't know your girl Spice, the queen of dancehall. I just want to take the time out to say big up to IRIE FM Music Awards. I'm super elated to be nominated 4 times, especially for my album, Emancipated. You know, I'm super happy to know that that's my first project, putting it out as a free independent artist. And for all the other nominations as well, Female DJ of the Year, Humanitarian Awards. Big up to my Grace Hamilton Women Empowerment Foundation. Also nominated for Best Dressed Female. But big up everybody, you know, big up all of the other nominees. You don't know the thing go, Queen of Dancehall I represent, and I'm just super happy, I'm excited, I'm gleeful, and I'm humbled to know that after 20 years, I'm still appreciated. Big up on yourself, besties. We know not go vote and thing. IRIE FM Music Awards. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys for the nominations.
Nice.
Nice. Big up yourself, Grace.
Nice. Yeah, man.
Congratulations.
For real, man. Bless up.
And you were mentioning the Shensi.
Yeah, Shensi also has 4 nominations with Singer Singj of the Year Female, Best Dressed Female. She's in that category. Also Female DJ of the Year and Album of the Year Alpha.
And we want to say big ups and congratulations also to Dexter Daps with 3 nominations. Best Dressed Male, also Singj of the Year, and Singer of the Year. So big up Dexter Daps for that.
Yes,
and
Dexter,
big up to Chanel Muir. She's nominated in 3 categories. She scored 3 nominations. So she's vying for the Singer, Singj of the Year, Female. She's also vying for the Collaboration of the Year with Ride It featuring Vibes Cartel. And she is nominated in the category for Female DJ of the Year.
Also, we have to big up Stock Ashley with 3 nominations. She's in the category of Singer Singj of the Year, Best Dressed Female, and Collaboration of the Year, Taliban.
Yes. Also, congratulations and kudos to Moyan. 3 nominations. Female DJ of the Year, Best Dressed Female of the Year, and Singer/Singj of the Year, Female. Big up,
And bless up to Skeng. He scored 3 nominations as well. He's vying for the Male DJ of the Year title. He also scored 2 songs in the Collaboration of the Year. First one is Little Miss featuring Nicki Minaj. And he's also vying for the Collaboration of the Year with the song Taliban featuring Stock Ashley.
Also, Ding Dong, I'm seeing where he's up for Dance of the Year Bounce, Song of the Year Bounce, and Dance of the Year Stir Fry. So that's 3 nominations right there.
Coffee, congratulations with 2 nominations. Album of the Year, Gifted, and Reggae Ambassador.
And big up to Massacre. He scored 2 nominations. He's vying for Male DJ of the Year and Best Dressed Male.
Gotta big up The Angel with 2 nominations. Best Dressed Female of the Year and the IRIE FM Humanitarian Award.
We also want to say IRIE FM, yes, the Burna Boy. We want to big him up. 2 nominations. Afrobeats Song of the Year. And, of course, that was Last, an Afrobeat Song of the Year with Tony and Sing. So congratulations,
And
Burna
I think
Boy.
Burna Boy here is the last person with 2 nominations.
Yes, everybody
and
has
other persons, with 1, which we will not rehash. But Bones, Mac, which categories would you say you're looking most forward to?
I like Dance of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like when I'm seeing the re-emergence of how the dance culture has really started to dominate, especially social media, with various challenges and so on. Because I normally we're always paying attention to lyrical content and so on, but I've really seen a resurgence in dancing and choreographed dancing and the passion that they have for the dance. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the one that would win. We were doing this year.
How about you, Mark?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the DJ of the year, both male and female.
Nice.
It's always two categories that everybody's looking at. Basically just to see, especially with a competitive year like 2022,
right.
And it should be interesting to see how that goes.
For me, I am really excited about party series of the year because we were in that lull with COVID. We didn't have a lot of activities, and here it is now. We're looking at the period 2022 when the place fully open and people got a chance to go out and enjoy themselves. Not only that, but parties and party series are not necessarily like a category you'd normally see in an awards show, and they play such a vital role in the music industry and the entertainment and what they do and how they put their shows and events together and the pride and effort that they put out into it. So it is great that these events will get an opportunity to be acknowledged. So I'm really looking forward to this category. I feel excited for party promoters, whether it is your party series, and I like the fact that we were able to differentiate it from actual live stage show events.
Yes,
to give
that
them
is
like
definitely
a true opportunity to shine, because when you think about these parties in a Bones and Mac, I know enough of them will go. You're talking about the all-inclusive element.
One of them missing.
You're talking about the food preparation. You're talking about all of these elements that people go over and beyond, to do it.
I'm looking at the party series here, and there is a party. I don't know what would qualify them. Maybe it's the type of party, but this is one party that has really drawn out a lot of people. And a lot of people always enjoy it. It's kind of an affluent party. And Frenchmen is one. Because Frenchmen...
I knew you were going to say that.
Because they've had series of parties.
Yes.
And it's 3 in 1, the daybreak, the nightcap, and the foreplay. So it's really a series of parties. So I was wondering, I don't know what would qualify them, or maybe it's a different thing. But that was a party that I saw missing from that category for me. But good party nonetheless.
No, but I like the inclusion. I also like the fact that the Afrobeat Song of the Year is included in the element, because it is a part, irrespective of what certain industry persons may say, it is definitely a part of dancehall, and you can see the influences plain as day. So it is great that it is an inclusion, and our African brothers and sisters are getting an opportunity to be a part of a Jamaican authentic reggae and dancehall awards. So I really like that inclusion as well.
And you mentioned dancehall earlier on, so I'm particularly happy also about Selector of the Year. With the fact that you mentioned, the events keeping outside. You don't know, the selectors had to make sure they were all over the place as well.
So true.
Last year especially, getting persons in that energy. And big up to all the selectors from even the COVID period, of course, coming all the way into 2022. And, that is a big category that I'm looking at, and I wish them all the best. Several selectors representing, but you don't know, we had to dissect it all the way to the final nominees for that category.
And we'll have more dissection of these categories after this break.
The time on IRIE FM is...
Your time is 9:30 p.m. It's the EBUZZ. And we are dissecting these categories for the IRIE FM Awards. One particular category I'm loving also is instrumentalists. I love that. We don't really pay. We always see people put out instrumentals. And I really think this is just a good opportunity to give them the highlight. Loving the Dean Fraser, who's been there constantly. Ernie Ranglin, Sly Dunbar, and Robbie.
Cat Core.
All great instrumentalists. And it's good. I want to big up Taz Records especially because he has put out a lot of instrumental music also. So we don't normally have this, do we?
Yes.
No, and that's a key point that you made, Bones, to say that sometimes you hear the songs, you hear the music, you love it, you groove to it, you bubble to it, whatever it is you're doing.
Right.
But then it is great that when you can bring the persons who are normally behind the scenes to the fore and acknowledge the work that they do.
And we want to, just reach out to several, musicians who, they're doing a project right now, instrumental project, and it could very well be in next year's awards, all being well,
Mm-hmm. And something that we need to look at, Rhythm of the Year. When we look at the period January 1, 2022 to December 31, 2022, we know that there has been a lull as it relates to the rhythms that are being produced, and we're talking about jugglings here. Would you say that this is something that is slowly dying, or do you have faith that there will be a reemergence of rhythms?
Well, I realize that, ever so often in the industry, there's phases and there's, different things that tend to be a little bit more, through different phases. Oftentimes we have been through phases where it was rhythms. I personally enjoyed them. I am looking forward to see, because I like to see when several entertainers are, working on one particular rhythm. I'm not sure if it's, we hear so many different instances and situations and persons saying, producers artists don't want to voice for certain producers, certain entertainers don't want to voice on rhythms for if certain entertainers are on the rhythm already. So many different stories, and I'm wondering if this is a contributive factor to 2022 not being a year where there's a rhythm where you can say that juggling can come run the place. There's not a juggling in 2022 that, you say every song just shot and it go on with itself. No, we had issues with that. And, we need to change that moving forward,
And, just to add to what you're saying, Mac, in terms of the rhythms, I get the impression sometimes the players in the industry kind of giving these producers a little hint that, look, the rhythms are awesome to have. But then when you have too many people on a rhythm, because sometimes we've had rhythms where there's 14 songs on it. It doesn't really get a chance to breathe. It doesn't get a chance to go out there and really shine unless it is given the time to do that. So sometimes, you'll see the rhythms cut down to maybe 3, 4 songs or 5, most 5 to a rhythm in certain areas.
Yes, just to add what you said, Bones. I remember when we returned with the awards in 2021 or for the 2020-22 awards. Yes, we had the Rhythm of the Year at that time, and that year, the year 2021, was a year that we saw quite a number of rhythms with at least maybe 5 or 6 or 7 songs.
Right.
And it was pretty wonderful. But for whatever reason, as we said, we've heard so many different things. 2022 definitely was not that year that you got a project that all the songs were just shot in on one rhythm,
And I think you said it earlier too, Mark, because we have heard it here on the Buzz, Bones and I, from conducting many interviews with entertainers and even producers who will come on and say that sometimes it is a challenge when you have a rhythm and you reach out to another entertainer to be a part of it. And the question they're asking is, who else is on the rhythm? And if somebody is on the rhythm that they consider to be a foe, or they don't want to be on the rhythm with that person, then automatically that producer will not get a track from that artist. And you find that in itself kills the rhythm, because here it is now, you have to just kind of pad it.
Yes.
And then that doesn't help the situation.
Yeah,
yes.
And I just want to say this, for the entertainers who are listening also, even with collaborations, there are several collaborations that one would want to see happen. But, artists and the camp there, or, the thing just now work, or the producer, you have a producer and he want to work with a particular artist, but because the producer probably voice a certain artist certain amount of times, them feel like, no, I'm not going to voice for him. All of these things need to stop for this year,
Mm-hmm. And another category that is new this year is the poetry or spoken word poet of the year.
Yes.
And it is great that we are including the poets because they are very much a part of the entertainment industry. And sometimes, you know, the spotlight is usually just being shone on the DJs, the singers, you know, like other elements. So it is great that the poets are being recognized for the work that they're doing. And, you know, who knows, by 2023, we may see more poets coming forward to do their thing.
And I agree with that because the poets or the spoken word artists, they've been very consistent putting out work right through. And I just believe, yes, it's true that they need to get a bigger platform in terms of people recognizing them and doing things. They have, you know, you have your poetry festivals here and there, but there should be something very consistent for them so that they can get that highlight that they truly deserve. So, and all these nominees, Muta Baruka, Yasa Safari, Wise Words, Cherry Natural, and Rastakura, they've all been putting out work constantly. And, you know, it's very important that they do get recognized. So I'm glad that this category was added.
Yes. I mean, once again, this year we see the return of the social media influencer of the year. And, you know, of course, you know, we're in the social media era. And, you know, everything is on social media. And, you know, several persons are making huge impacts as it relates to, you know, providing entertainment for persons and, you know, or just there, I mean, you know, offering different support or just different platforms that they use, different things that they use their platforms to do and their social spaces. So once again, big up to Julie Mango, you know, doing wonderful things. Wayne Marshall and Tammy Chin, wonderful things. Dino Crazy, wonderful things. Valdemore, wonderful things. And of course, TC doing wonderful things as well.
And just to add to that social media comment in terms of, we also are very happy and elated for the platform of social media because it has created talent that would have normally not be created.
That's true.
One of the people I think was a factory worker is probably one of the most watched youth. I think he's on TikTok.
TikTok, yes.
Yes, and he doesn't say a word. He doesn't talk, but he's probably the most viewed. And
he's pretty wealthy. So not only is it creating
monetized,
he's creating wealth.
Yes,
and a paycheck for a lot of persons. So just to chime in, it's really great that they are getting that recognition because what this also does, especially for a lot of Jamaican creators, is to help them to be mindful of the content that they put out and do it at a certain level and a certain standard. So they too one day, you know, can be a nominee and be awarded for the work that they are doing because it's a lot of work, you know.
It is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Editing and preparing the content, conceptualizing
original content.
The beauty of it, though, if it is done properly, they can monetize it and earn a living, and a lot of them are earning money.
I got the opportunity to hear, you know, one of the things that they were discussing today at the Island Music Conference, as it relates to entertainers who put themselves together. And I mean, you know, we have the category of best dressed male and best dressed female. And, you know, the emphasis is that, you know, I mean, I was hearing someone say that, you know, oftentimes you cannot really, when you pay an entertainer to come to the event and it look normal like the regular patron, it's not a good thing, you know? So with this category, I mean, you know, once again, we have a few entertainers who, you know, whenever you see them touch a stage, it is always in fine form in terms of how they look, their attire. And I mean, you could definitely say, you know, them have an outfit. You know, some persons go as far as go costume.
Props.
Yes, that.
You know, there's a term that Elephant Man always use.
Yeah.
Terse is nothing.
Yes,
image
which is everything.
Everything.
Yes.
And
it is.
It is.
Imagine as a patron, you know, when you go to an event to see your favorite entertainer, and when you see your entertainer walk out on the stage and they're looking like a star, it gives you this nice feeling and good vibe. And especially in the digital age, the social media age, the show and tell age that we're living in, I think entertainers should take pride in how they look. look. You shouldn't look like your fan.
Yeah.
You should look like a star. You know, when somebody video and post it on social media, don't let persons be saying, you know, they know what boys are wearing. Artist that.
Well, the cut off. Listen, me now fight on the cut off foot pants. Yeah, me now fight on the shots and them something there.
So you really have and look, if it is a beach party and it is something where you need to still be outstanding, still show some type of quirk in your style. So, you know, you're going to look different from the rest and from the ordinary. And that is why we have a category as such which differentiates the Attas
let me tell you
from
something.
the regular.
I'm happy you said that also, Kish, because guess what? You see now the best dressed male category, sometimes you have to wear a belt, you know what I mean? So big up the entertainers, them, you know, where I promote belt. It is important.
Because
pants to go up on waist.
We went to a beach party in New Jersey, the IRIE FM team, and there was a dancehall entertainer who went on stage in a full hooded sweatsuit, and just walking through the crowd, people were bashing him left, right, and center. And mark you, it was one of those events where you had a strong contingent of Caribbean entertainers, and so too was the crowd. So when you had the Jamaican artists going up there now, representing for a beach party, fully clad in a sweatsuit, people weren't having it. They weren't having it. Like, they were just talking about it. So sometimes you have to do the research. You have to check out the venue. You have to dress according. And you have to always remember that you are a star.
Yes, and guess what?
Shine.
If you shine, for sure. And if you charge a certain amount of money to come perform and to make an appearance, make sure it's a part of that food that go towards your wardrobe, you know.
Because it's a part of the performance.
Yes.
How you look, how you appear, how you enter the venue, how you grace the stage. It is a package, and you can't have a piece of that package missing.
So once again, big up to the best dressed male category, all the entertainers, Beanie Man, Governor Idonia, Dexter Daps, Massacre, and of course the females in the best dressed female category, Shensia, Spice, The Angel, Moyen, and Stark Ashley.
We've been asked.
Absolutely.
Would you like to open the phone lines? I was wondering what are your thoughts. So give us a call and tell us your thoughts on the categories and the nominees.
Yes.
You know, the numbers to call are 974-5051.
974-5043.
974-5079.
I hope I don't remember the other one.
618-0352.
And also, when you call in, you need to tell us, have you voted for the entertainer who stood out in your mind for the period 2022 for the Listener's Choice Award?
Yes.
So we're taking a calls. And remember, they need to send a WhatsApp or a text. The number is 876-350-2838. If you haven't voted yet, vote for the entertainer who stood out in your mind.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, man. Wonderful things, of course.
We have a caller online.
What's through calling live?
Yes, Kashima.
Wagwan.
Hey, DJ Born.
Big up, bless up.
What you deal with?
I did, man.
Cool, bud.
No, this sounds like Froggy. Froggy, have you voted yet?
A peony
your vote.
It's like a peony wallet in the background, man. So beep, 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 where you hear it.
I drive, but I see it there.
Put on your seatbelt. You're going to send you a road act, man.
Froggy, watch your ticket in a Froggy. Froggy, I don't want to step out, you know.
Froggy,
put on your seatbelt, brother.
Froggy, I beg you.
I don't want to get one of them tickets there, no Froggy.
The body so I be here, the body stop somebody, you know. I play a Benz tune.
Yeah.
And the police stop me. And the man say, sir, why did you stop me? The man say, you're listening to a Benz tune while driving a Toyota.
Yeah, that's not good.
No one, them deadly. All right, Froggy.
No, Froggy, have you voted yet for your in the Listener's Choice Award? Have you voted yet?
Valiant.
That's all. See that now, a Froggy prediction that in right?
Yeah.
Man, I'm just excited over everything. The award, IRIE FM, thanks to IRIE FM for everything, you know.
Yes.
The links and the touching of the people, them art, worldwide. I don't know. One of them days, I'm going to have to bring an award some good enough to want to do, you know.
Why give thanks?
So I work towards that. You might not have this year, but one of them year.
Yeah, Friday,
No problem,
bless up yourself.
No problem, brother.
Yeah, man. So you don't know. And thanks, I did it last year.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I know I'm going to be there this year again.
You see that?
Mad.
You know, so you don't know, and I joy. I mean, no, so more joy this year, same year.
So nice, man. Nice.
And everything they shot last year, so this year I saw you play some more back, you know. You know, so I'm more vibes, you know.
Yeah, man, right there, so.
Right, that's
Yeah,
it.
man, I'm glad to the new thing that I'm added to.
Yeah?
Yeah, like the influencer, yeah, and the sound, man, them.
Selector them, yeah, man.
Yeah, I like them category there too, you know. So,
Yeah, man.
I'm better. So, you know, sorry for my number one already.
Straight.
So, you have to keep the thing
Right,
number
that's so.
one in every field.
Right there, so. Can't go wrong there.
Right, that's on the boss.
So I got to take the time out to big up my listener. Them.
Go through.
Yeah, man.
Go on through.
Everybody who know Froggy. Kashima. Go and
Yes.
put up the word. See me.
Yeah, man. Mad. Bless up, Froggy.
Yeah, Island. One taxi driver there. Every day, me and him cause who love you more, you know.
What go on here, so now?
Jaja.
Keisha, what really go on
Nice,
here?
man.
Nobody can beat that.
Bless up yourself,
Froggy.
Froggy.
Everything IRIE FM. Thanks again.
Lord.
Of the
Yes.
family. Keep it that way. Courtney, man. Big
Up.
up. DJ Bones, my general.
Blessed me done. Every time.
Live.
Live,
Yes, sir.
Brownstone. You know how long we not go Brownstone?
I've been in a long
Jaja.
time. Yeah, long time.
Make a pass through a day, you know?
Yeah, man.
Long time we not go Brownstone, but me used to have to pass through Brownstone for go Westwood back in the day.
I will up a trip you make pass road store to the Kish.
No trip. Look here, man. Couldn't wait for fourth weekend. Shradome.
God.
So we're still waiting. Yeah, callers, we're waiting on you too. That's true.
Yeah, of course.
974. No, I'll make sure something I get for call the last number.
All right, go on.
974-5051.
974-5043.
I mean, the last number again.
974-5079.
Or 618-0352.
618-0352. Give us a call right now. Give us your thoughts on the IRIE FM Awards and, of course,
The categories, everything.
And the nominees.
Yeah,
Category
And let us know if you have already cast your votes in the Listener's Choice Award.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very important. So give us a call right now. But this is really turning out to be quite a comprehensive package in terms of the nominees and the categories.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
No, man. And it is a true reflection as it relates to what is happening in the industry. And that is important.
Yeah, man, for sure. And, we're looking forward to March 1. I mean, several persons already been reaching out wanting to know details of if it is that they can attend and all these different
and
things.
how you hear Froggy put in his bid as well, you know, as a true listener.
Get in a trouble, you know.
All right, so we have a caller, buzz through caller.
Buzz through caller, you're live. Hello.
Hello.
Good night, caller. Turn your radio down. That's a Simon. Simon, good night. How are you, sir? Simon, your phone a chip out, man. We can hardly hear you, Simon. You have to calm down.
Alright, yeah, hear me now, DJ boy.
See it, you calm now, we hear you
Yes,
clear.
Simon.
Yeah, man. You're good. You're good.
What?
You say pay off all like ticket them, you know, he likes to go suspend.
When I forgot run back the category them, I might really say what I go on for sure.
But
That's going to take about
Simon,
half
what
hour.
you can tell us though is, have you voted for the Listener's Choice in the Listener's Choice Award?
Yeah, have you done that?
Well, I just said, me a few of them more going still. Not yet. I'm you know me after since that. How many years Joshie go and go do all of last year, you know.
Well,
it did hard for them keep up, And you know, me another category, and the new artist me look for.
Well, Keep Us was actually the year before still.
Yeah, it was 2021.
Yeah.
So it's a specific
It's
period.
a time frame, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm here, alright. And the female, them and the new artist, them. Me I can say what I tap it and come out. Me I can put him up, but I can't tell you no.
Yeah, all right.
Don't tell them
No, man, hold it,
cool
man.
everything,
Hold your vote, man. Just tally it up. Just tally it
You
up.
can't share your vote, though.
Like I want my gas stuck. I mean, I want to get chance today. I don't know if Shaka was saying, bang, bang. Yes, everyone. Good night. Have a good night.
All right, Frankie. Big up Frankie. Simon. Big up yourself, Simon. Enough love. Take care of yourself. Yeah, man.
Simon has an energy. Let's take this one. Buzz through Calling You Live.
Maybe never really.
I'm sorry, you have no credit left.
Yeah, man. Credit
if you
done.
feel you have sufficient funds to make this call, please press 1.
I really feel say you shouldn't get a work there, you know. And you then should get a work if you do that day.
Don't it?
That's true, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Just to tell you that, okay, so, Jashi had one nomination in the category with Slang of the Year.
Nah, Malalai. Yeah, so he was in there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, Malalai. And that was a big slang.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. It was.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Big slang.
Kick off a year, yes.
Yeah, so we have another call
Buzz
now.
through Calling You Live.
You're live. Shaka Warrior.
Shaka.
Yes, sir.
Big up Philadelphia. Bless up Shaka.
Yeah, man. Bless up DJ board.
Big up Shaka Warrior.
Yeah, man. Whoa, bless up Portland.
Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Number 1 on the map.
Right, that's so.
Always on the block, you know?
Never a chop.
You don't know. I music chat.
Yeah.
I believe up on the hilltop. That's all right.
Right, no, easy, you know. You know what I'm saying?
So Shaka, have you voted in the Listener's Choice Award?
No, me never vote yet, but me not going to tell you that. So say I have until the 18.
So we had to wait until the 18th?
That's when it cut off.
You can't wait so long, Shaka.
Vote before the 18, Shaka.
Yeah, man, I vote, but I don't know. We have an artist, but I don't know a variant. That's what I say. As a new artist, that's what I say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man, still up my beanie, man, and my bounty killer team. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
man, but as a new artist, I say valiant. I don't know a score fast. That's what I say.
See, them score fast.
Yeah, man, word for it after it. That's what I say.
Fast and enough.
Yeah, because for the time when him bus will come like him bus for January.
Him really
that.
go fast. Him go too fast.
See that. All right, make us see what go on.
I mean, like, oh, no, bless up the TikTok people, them see me.
Yeah, the social media people.
Yeah, social media.
Social influencers and all these things.
Yeah, man, you don't know about particular humanitarian. That's what I say.
Yes, that is it. True.
Yeah, man, real ground Godzilla.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm being man of the best, just see me. That's what I say.
Boy, like you want to call everybody where you saying at the category there.
Shaka name him winners tonight.
Yeah, man. So
yeah, because I don't know what to be the man of the best, just I don't know particular always a speak up the right. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, humanitarian award bound to forget. That's what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, being the best, just valiant new artist of the year, see me.
Yeah, who gone with the album now for you?
The album.
Yeah.
You don't know me, I work with Kabaka Pyramid, you know.
All right.
We're gone with the Grammy album.
Look here,
Carlin, that's what I say.
Yeah.
Carlin, not Carlin, you don't know.
Mad.
All right.
Mad.
Yeah, man, I don't know where the station for the IRIE FM.
Yeah, man, we should have a category for that.
Without a doubt.
Number 1, you see what I say?
Yes.
Yeah, man, after me say to start me create, whoa, you don't know where me go people, I say,
Whoa.
Yeah, man.
Platform, you get enough exposure, brother.
Enough exposure, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
don't know.
Big up yourself, Shaka.
So congratulations to IRIE FM.
Yes, man. Love and love
Yeah,
alone.
bless up yourself. yourself, Shaka, and give thanks for always calling through and supporting.
Yeah, man, me I bless up my daughter, Shamaya.
Yes.
Yes.
My Empress Janet, my brother Marshall, Roland, I don't know. My sister Carol, Natisha. Yeah, man, bless up my Uncle Delroy, see me. Uncle Denzel, see me. Yeah, man, bless up the whole of Brownstown, Rose Box, no? You don't know Bamboo. You don't know Knockdale, Sturgetown. Yeah, man, whoa, big up. Whoa, IRFM.
Big up. Big up yourself, Shaka Warrior. Enough love.
Bless up, Shaka.
Every time. Enough love, brother. See him?
Ghana Road, you know.
Ghana Road,
yeah, man, in Ghana Road, man. Look here. Shaka talk, you know. Shaka list out him winners,
what?
you know.
What?
Cha-cha.
With himself, man.
Shaka memorize him categories and
Yes,
have him winners in him head.
Yes,
I
man.
tell you, we just about a couple of minutes left before we get out of here for the EBUZZ, and very comprehensive categories and nominees, and of course we had 2 callers or so who had there. We're going to finally probably can squeeze this final one in.
One more caller.
Buzz through caller, you're live.
Yes, boy.
Blessings.
Bless up.
Blessings.
Yeah, man, Golden Mark, Kishima.
Yeah, man.
Big up.
Bless. Bless.
You don't know. Listen up for your Spice tonight, and you don't know anything about the Spice, you know.
Yeah.
Mad.
Nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Spice, my love Spice, you know, you see me?
Yes.
Yeah, yo, boy.
Yeah.
Baba friend, you know.
Who this?
Baba, skin friend. Boy, I'm a friend, you know that from long time, you see?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Big up yourself, boy, and you don't know.
Yeah, man, big up.
I'm not voting now, Popcorn, Spice, my artist in the ear.
See?
Yes.
All right, mad.
I
Mad.
don't know Kishima, big up yourself at the time, and I stop listening to straight, and I'm a friend, you know. You see? I'm not doing artists who come to the bone.
Yes.
White God and Bino. 2 young artists we have to come out here.
What is name? Go again.
White God and Bino.
White God and Bino.
White God and Bino.
Bino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I know about what from Portmore, yeah?
All right. All right, the boss.
Big up Bino.
Big up Dino.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
You see me, Mr. Mark.
Up full.
Big up yourself here.
All right. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right, yes, sir.
Every time.
Yes. Enough love.
Man, Kishima, every time.
Yeah, man.
Up full.
All right,
Up
bless
full.
up, bless up.
Bless up, man.
All right. Well, that's the call out, final one. And
Yeah.
we're kind of out of time. We could probably just wrap because
Yeah, we
have...
totally could. Did you hear the joy in that caller's voice just to say
Yes.
he was elated to hear Spice? And, you know, I don't
Yes.
think she has spoken publicly
Yet, yeah.
since her near-death experience. So the fact that
Yes.
she was able to talk to us and, you know, say how she felt about her nominations. And she's sounding pretty strong.
Yes, I
and
heard. I
well.
was listening to that. I
Yes.
mean, her voice was
So
very
that's
strong.
good. She
Sounding
sound
like
herself.
our
you know,
own
she's
self.
back.
Yes, absolutely. I second that for sure.
Well, guess what? I want to say a very special thanks to everyone who made the buzz possible. This was a very interesting, information-filled buzz this evening in terms of the IRIE FM Awards. So we want to say thanks to our in-student production assistant, Shamara Preston.
Want to say thanks, of course, to Roshona Fitz-Henley, Vivian Stewart, and Jody Ann Dawkins.
Big up, of course, to our technical operator, DJ Lollipop.
Our studio engineer, DJ Kamar.
Big up to telephone operator, Jody K. Tucker.
And big up to social media, Peter Broadband.
Peter Broadband.
Peter Broadband, big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Peter. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis.
And I'm Courtney Mack.
All right, we out of here.